Welcome back. Everybody, it's good to be alive today in Southern California. It's fucking hot though. I don't know about you guys, but these mosquitoes could suck a dick because they I hate them. I hate them so much.
I've been here 5 minutes. I literally just got bit by one.
Right?
My knuckles swelled up from getting bit 3 times in the same spot. So my whole hand swelled up.
My booty shorts are exposing my leg and...
That fat ass.
Oh, mosquitoes love the long legs.
Yeah. You should see Junior's mom.
Why me?
We had a soundboard and
Why me? Out of everyone.
I just fucking woke up. We were supposed to go eat some fucking banh mi, some nice Vietnamese sandwiches. Do you think any of these guys woke me up 2 hours earlier?
Probably not.
Yeah, laugh.
You guys can't see, but Carl's like staring down Nelson and Gilbert.
I got some red ass eyes from just waking up.
He didn't even want to come in.
I would have called off this too, like it was my job.
Alright, we're not cops here. We all know you're smoking fucking 3
Doobies.
The doinks.
Doinks to the face.
But we got a special guest today.
Fuck that guess. I want my banh mi.
Well, we didn't even introduce ourselves, but we'll introduce him first. We got
Pickled carrots.
Are you done?
berry
Cabbage.
Stop, Carlos. But yeah, we got my cousin
Pork
Sergio
belly.
all the way from Middlebury. Introduce
College.
yourself. Introduce yourself,
Bitch.
Yeah, Sergio Bobadilla.
All right, you don't need all that.
He's not even from New York.
Yeah, well, he is now, dude. He's from fucking Staten
New
Island.
New Hampshire more than anything.
He's from Staten
York
Island.
now,
From New York.
The gabagool.
The gabagool. Why did we turn Italian?
And then, of course, we got the one and only Gilbert.
Hello.
Fucking grumpy ass Carlos.
And I get my banh mi.
We got Filipino dad Nelson.
I forgot all the Filipino words I learned. So
Carlos, say one.
Malaki suson.
And for those
I
who
say it
don't,
with a French accent.
and for those who don't know, it means hello in Tagalog. Look it up. And then, of course, it's me, Junior.
Use that shit at your Filipino granddaddy's house.
Walk up to him and just go, "Hey, Malaki Susos."
So, before I yell at these guys about my banh mi addiction, Gilbert here is showing me a map of pedophiles. Because he has an obsession with pedophiles.
Why do you have an obsession with pedophiles?
Oh,
Is that right
shit.
here? This is in here.
Like where we're at?
Let's see.
Don't click on that.
There shows one inside of the house.
It's you. No. Here.
It's me covering my GPS.
It's the Michael Jackson picture we posted.
Oh god. You could click on them and see their photo.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do I
That's
know
a
this
big
person?
yikes.
You know this person?
This is next to your house, Nelson.
What the fuck? Nah, I don't know him.
You know where it's at? No, it's over here. It's gonna be on this side.
Where's my house?
Oh, shit.
But it says what the crime's for. Because sometimes people are just on here for like taking a piss.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Ooh. Near a park? That's the cliche. Carlos, you want to read that?
Yeah, read that, Carlos.
Lewd or I'm dumb. Lascivious acts with a child.
Oh no. Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get out of this subject.
Yeah, because
Gilbert, what made you bring this up?
that's right by my neighborhood.
Because
And that's
I
weird.
remember,
Too late.
I remember me and Kim one time were looking like, because we heard something about a pedo being like in the area, and I was like, let me look that up because I know they have to put themselves up or whatever.
You gotta register.
Yeah, and I looked at the map, and as soon as I put it up, I was like, whoa, fucking ding 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 ding. They're everywhere. No, but look at Linwood right now.
Linwood.
That's looking a little too
No,
red.
that's not something to be proud of.
Linwood.
Always up to no good.
Hesperia?
Oh my
I
god.
hate the hood. But I
Who the
love
fuck lives in Hesperia?
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Be careful, there's pedos on every
Typical
street.
white
Well,
it. Hey, you know what? That's crazy though. But like, I'm pretty sure that's in every neighborhood.
Yeah, I think that's always
Yeah.
something good to check before moving in.
I think you
Probably
can.
what it's for.
The funny thing is, okay, for those who don't know, my uncle went to prison, and I remember back in the day, my sister was just like, it was similar to that. Like my mom was like, let's look up all the pedophiles in the neighborhood, but it wasn't just pedophiles. You know, it was people with criminal records. Then my uncle's name came up, and I was just like, yeah, we could get off this. Now. Like we get off this.
Where'd he touch? No, I'm just kidding. Point on the doll, Junior.
He did not commit lascivious acts with a child, for the record.
Yeah,
That's
Carl
not what he
pronounced
was in for.
He went in for the hard times. He pushed the cop. He got 23 years short.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Now I'm intrigued
I
by all
believe-
No, he
these
did some hardcore shit. We won't get into it.
Yeah,
He did
yeah,
some
yeah.
hardcore
This guy looks like a pedophile.
Let's make fun of these pedophiles. Look at this one.
But you see, the thing that's weird is that, like, we're just saying, look at this, and everybody's
Oh,
gonna be
okay,
like, what's
that-
going
I
on?
know.
Because they don't know what's going on.
For those who don't have, you know, if you're trying to figure out what they look like,
real fast.
Just know they're not pretty.
yeah.
They're like your typical, like,
They're ugly, by definition.
Carlos looking, incest wanting to have,
What?
mother stealing people.
I'll say your mother.
You see,
Daughters had your mothers.
Carlos has been on this. Carlos has been on this like rampart about how moms
Rampart.
where moms really want him. Carlos,
Rampart.
do
That's
tell.
not a word.
Whatever
It is a word.
Yeah,
but it's
I think it was like the
not
wrong
the
use. The
word,
wrong,
yeah.
yeah.
Rampart
Carlos,
and Beverly?
do-
Tommy's?
Do
Right
tell,
now.
Carlos.
I've been on a. I'm being fetishized. Fettuccine Alfredo by older women lately. And I don't like it. Some lady grabbed my ass and said, "Ooh."
Where is she located, Carlos?
She said,
This.
"Ooh, you got a fat ass." Nah, that's not funny.
Yeah, you're the one laughing.
It's funny. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I never said anything about no fucking.
You alright?
Are you okay there, buddy?
No, I'm tired. Let's talk about that. Why do we have to work for a living? Why do we have to work for the man?
Yeah.
Sound like my coworker.
Sergio.
Fuck the man.
I have a good take on this. I just took political theory over there.
Alright.
Hate to sound like a snob,
Fucking
but
college
What a
boy,
fucking.
yeah.
This dude's been hanging out with the frat guys too much. Who's your best friend, Tom?
it's kind of
go.
cool. You know, each one of the philosophers has their own interpretation of what does labor mean for mankind.
Go ahead.
Interestingly enough, even though Marx, I think he's one of the more interesting ones. He loved labor. He thinks labor is essential to our character.
Who, Mark Twain?
Marx.
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 Karl.
The
Karl
good
Marx.
old no Karl Marx.
I said Mark Twain.
Cheater.
I'm gonna shut up
Mark
for the rest.
Twain?
Mark's Twain.
I love Mark's Twain.
No, but I'm sorry. Go
The
ahead.
mysterious person. I don't know.
You just got cut off, son.
But I think from the ones that I read, the one that sort of made sense practically in practice was John Locke. Y'all know John Locke, the American philosopher, had a lot of influence in our Constitution. His second treatise on the civil government, essentially the first draft of a U.S. Constitution. He said that labor was our way of taking the commons and appropriating it to ourselves.
Okay.
Well,
Big brain.
yeah, labor. We do need labor.
Yeah, because like a good example would be like a tree. We chop down that tree, we take that wood, and we make a chair out of it.
Yeah, labor it is needed because there's people who need to do certain like the other day I was driving by the freeway and you can see like when all those dudes are working when
The freeway?
the freeway to fix the road or whatever. Someone's got to do the
You
job.
see him just standing there.
Oh yeah,
Not doing anything.
smoking a cigarette. Yeah, fuck this job.
Nelsie passing by. Wow, look at those hard workers.
Hey, fuck you! I was like, have a good day at work. Nah, but yeah, like someone needs to do those jobs. It's just, I think my opinion on it is that everybody rotates in a way.
There's a mosquito in here. Why would I not try to
Dude,
kill
that
it?
shit's bit me like 3 times.
Yeah, that shit bit
I'm
me
upset.
again already. I hate to interrupt.
I think I'm good.
But yeah, like rotating. Like if you get what I mean, like if you work at McDonald's, you need McDonald's workers, but sooner or later you should rotate out of that, and then let the new batch of kids come in and get it.
Yeah,
so
like the youngins.
Yeah. Instead of being like, yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely, there's a lot of entry jobs, and then you move up to an intermediate job, and then finally become a senior once you're older. But it takes work, time, experience to get there. That's why, interestingly enough, based on that theory there, a lot of libertarians argue for abolishing minimum wage so that you can get paid lower amounts, but only for entry jobs. So it creates jobs essentially for high school kids, lets them get their feet wet early. But then the concern is, we can abuse workers by paying them less. But yeah, that's the main argument for that.
That's cool.
Spiel, that
Yeah,
pitch.
everyone's got their own idea, and I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, that sounds good, and then someone will come and be like, yeah, well, if they do that, then this, and this, and it's like,
It's like it's an ongoing argument. It's just, there's never a right or wrong, because then like you think you have the right argument, and then someone comes like, but
someone come along and change your opinion and be like, maybe I'm
Yeah.
looking at it wrong.
yeah.
Long pauses.
Long pauses. Oh yeah.
You just interrupted my.
Sorry.
It was
It's,
a
again.
long pause.
Say it
Fuck
again.
work. Fuck this capitalistic society that we live in.
Why do I gotta go to work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you gotta work?
Why? Pay my bills.
Fucking bills to pay? Like I'm some kind of adult?
I think the best thing is to find your passion, your purpose, basically. Then you won't feel as it'll still be work, but you won't feel that feeling.
It's like basically what Sergio's doing. Sergio's going to school for rocket engineering. What is it?
The fuck?
Space engineering?
Electrical
Rocket
engineering.
science.
Rocket science.
Rocket science. No, but he's going for shit that he enjoys to do, and so when he finally gets the job, it's not just gonna sit there and be like, I fucking hate this job.
As we all should.
He's
You
just,
love your job, you don't work a day in your life.
That's what they say.
It's not true.
As the
myself
old
every
proverb
day.
goes.
Yeah, it's true because and even if you're at a shitty job, if you're focusing on something to get you to your next level, you won't feel as bad going to your shitty job.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's, but for me at least, I'm like,
Yeah, you can
this
see
ain't it. I ain't gonna be here forever. Like in my head, I'm like,
50
fuck
years
this
later.
job. Alright, 50 years later, shit, I'm still here.
I'm out of here next week.
I swear to God, my retirement plan.
I actually had a friend like that when I was working at the airport, but the shit that sucked is that he had no it wasn't in his hands whether to get to the job or not, because he wanted to become a cop. That was his thing. Dude was fit. He's always been fit, but the thing is, he has is it the type 1 or type 2 where you get it from your parents? Type 2, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just gonna go with type 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
So basically, he inherited from his parents. So because of that, they think that he won't be sufficient enough to be a cop. So they make him go through all these stupid ass tests in order to prove. So he's always like, no, yeah, 3 months from now I'm gone. 3 months pass, and I'm like, so you leaving? He's just like, nah, I got wait. They said, gotta do more tests, and I'm like, that fucking sucks. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes when you strive for the job you want, and it's just like sometimes you can't even get it.
And sometimes it's not even like you could say things, the old stuff, like things happen for reasons. Maybe he'll find his real purpose later.
Probably, most
It
likely.
doesn't have to be with that exact job. It can be within the ballpark of what it is.
Yeah. Like he
Could
could.
do some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you this: he's a hell of a football player. He's a fucking fit dude. I'm telling you. With truck.
Everything happens for a reason is a good bit of life philosophy. I was coming over here from Burlington, right, but missed my first flight, so I had to wait in Burlington Airport for 11 hours. I was mad upset at first, as one should.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I ended up grinding out my project throughout most of those hours and finished it up. If I didn't, I probably wouldn't have worked on it at all, and I would have been that one shitty teammate who leaves the project to his other two. So that ended up working out well, and we are all very friendly and happy with how we did on it. If I had gotten on that first flight, it probably would have been different.
Yeah, most likely you probably would have just been like, fuck it, I'm gonna-" yeah.
Yeah, I would have been home, but that project would have taken an L.
So yeah, he would have just been like, fuck that grade.
I was always the guy that did all the work on the project. One time in adult school, I was working on our group project or whatever. It was me and one other guy. We were doing all the work. There's 2 other guys not doing shit. And then I look at this girl, and she's doing coke in the classroom.
That sounds like But I mean, you gotta take into consideration. Linwood adult school, dude. Come on, that no one
She
takes.
failed.
But yeah, like I remember I walked into class once. Yeah, I had a class with Carlos's aunt. I remember walking in. It was an English class, and I walk in, and I just hear, "What the fuck? What are you doing here?" And I was just like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Are you serious?" It's just because like it's adult school, so it's not just for kids that couldn't pass a class. It's for motherfuckers trying to get a GED.
Right?
Yeah. So you technically like you're not always gonna have the smart people. You're gonna have like older people that don't even know what they're doing.
Going back.
Or like you who just gets someone that's fucking stupid.
You think about like Linwood High, and every now and then I just think about the shit in high school that just makes me laugh. Like, I remember in class, when my class, same thing. I was this kid. We were friends, and he was in math class. He's like, "Yo, Nelson, check this out." He pulls out his key and he puts some coke on it. And he goes like, and then he offered me some, and like, I was all like,
sure.
I didn't try coke till like later.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah,
we got it.
Yeah. Sounds like a party.
But in high school, I was a little nervous about it. But I just remember him being like, "Come on, dude, here." And I was like, "Dude, the teacher's right there."
Damn.
Teacher's looking at you like,
Yeah, she was
Come on, pussy.
basically.
You gonna fucking do it or not?
She was like, "Come on, everybody does it." And then she was like doing the board, and she was like, I was like, "Oh shit, this is the real world."
Damn, good old LHS.
Actually, what is the fondest memory you have? Like fondue.
Boom.
in high school?
Yeah, like what's one of the best or funniest memories you remember?
Getting a fucking HJ from
From the janitor. I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for the rest of it.
Go ahead, Nelson. You look ready.
Actually, I'm not. But best memory from high, dude, I don't even know, honestly.
Miss Padilla's class.
Miss Padilla's.
Miss Padilla, dude.
Class moments are the best, especially those moments.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, what's the best moment?
Those moments when you're not supposed to laugh,
but you do.
but you're laughing.
Oh, that makes it funnier when you're not
like
supposed
this shit,
to.
you're just like, oh fuck. I remember one teacher, he fell down.
Oh no!
And he was like one of those teachers that was like real like stick up
Oh,
your butt.
Like a big asshole.
Yeah, and he didn't want anybody to laugh. But fuck, as soon as he fell, everybody started laughing. And like people were trying not to laugh. I would put the book in front of my face. And you just hear me go, oh. Like he's fucking struggling. Like,
Hold it in.
what's going on? Are you okay? You in pain? Like, nah, I just want to fucking laugh at your ass.
Are you okay? Are you in
He was old too. Old, dude.
We had a calculus teacher. Motherfucker must have been like 100. That dude was old as shit. He was trying to open a file cabinet. The file cabinet started to tip over on him. And all the students just stared at him.
Did anyone help him? Did it fall on him?
Oh no!
He just watches this fucking 300-pound fucking file cabinet almost fell on him. My friend was like, "Man, I was ready to be covered in dust because of how
That's horrible.
he was so old. Like his hair was turning purple, like in the back. Oh, that's old."
That's real. Okay. What about you, Gilbert?
When I met Kimberly, the sun reflecting off her hair. Shut up! This is my story.
I'm talking. Alright, continue.
All right, carry on.
Get cheesy.
Why you blushing, Gilbert?
Wow, what like a great memory compared to like. I could have been like meeting my fucking but.
Here comes Gilbert with the soft spot stories. But continue, Gilbert.
Hit us,
Kim.
brother. Hit us.
Meeting
How was
Kim,
it? The sun
I
hitting
hit
her
on
hair?
her. She rejected me 1,000 times.
What a bitch.
Kimberly, no.
No, Kim.
Oh,
Stop it.
what do you think? Oh, okay.
Why are you gonna kiss him on the cheek?
You're so hot.
I gotta. I know.
Thank you.
All right, I got a funny story. You guys ever have a Miss Cunningham?
I think they did. Did you?
There were days where she wouldn't wear a bra,
Oh,
and her boobs were like all the way down to her belly button. And one day, the whole class is getting rowdy because her titties. We're all getting rowdy over them tits. And she's like, "Why is everyone so loud today?" La, 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 la. And then she stands up because from where she was sitting you couldn't see, and then she stands up and everyone's like, "Oh!" and then she starts walking around and she stands like right next to my friend who's sitting, but since he's sitting on the desk, her tits like eye level, and he's trying his best not to stare or laugh at it. And she was up there for 20 minutes, and just the whole 20 minutes, our friend's like,
Dude, that's just like damn. You feel like it was an hour. You're trying not to laugh.
it was so hard not to. That was the best.
Hey, crazy thing is, well, not crazy, just coincidence that Miss Cunningham goes to my job every now and then.
She gets cats.
She was
a cat lady.
she volunteers every now and then, and I see her. I don't say hi to her or anything because I don't think she remembers me, and I don't want to be like, hey, yeah, remember me. But I see her, and it's just like, oh.
What about you, Serge? What do you got? Fondest high school.
I remember her tits.
I'd be hard pressed to tell you my fondest memory offhand, but some fond ones were of PE. 9th grade year, we're still coming in from middle school, and we're all fucking hooligans and just dicking around out on the field. Those are fun times. And that sort of ended after my freshman year.
Yeah. The old-fashioned sword fights, since you guys are digging around.
No, we didn't have any of those.
Lame.
Me neither.
No, I think my favorite memory was 9th grade. The day everyone knew who Carlos and Dante were.
What happened?
So basically we're at lunch. First day of school. We're at lunch. And then Dante and Carlos are fucking around. And Dante pushes Carlos. And then so Carlos like, I'm gonna get you back, motherfucker. Dante wasn't paying attention, and his legs were by the bench, so Carlos fucking runs up and shoves him, and he trips, falls, and all the school goes quiet. And you guys know how loud the school is during lunch.
Yeah.
Entire school goes quiet, just eyes aiming from the 3rd floor everywhere, just aiming. And then Carlos is like looking around, getting nervous, and he's like, Dante, get up. They're looking.
That was like, it was so quiet. It was like, you could hear like a fly fart. Dude, like,
like that shit.
and I looked around, like, and it was like so surreal. It was like a movie moment. You hear like the,
You see the little tumbleweed?
and, like,
Wow.
I looked around. I was like, fuck.
The school was
I was like,
thirsty
"Shut up,
for a
Dante,
fight.
come on."
And that was the day everyone found out who Carlos and Dante were.
Did you break his leg?
No, that was later. No, he had. So, okay, actually, I met Dante in 8th grade. When I met him, he had a cast on
Already?
his leg. And then 9th grade rolls along. We're fucking around. He breaks his leg jumping over a fence.
He broke his leg multiple times.
Yeah.
Broke it on a fence, trying to do a wheelie on a
Yeah, dude.
fixie. Sorry.
First
God damn it.
time I met him, he had a crutch. He had spiky hair.
When was that?
In
Middle school? Yeah,
Crutch
yeah,
was
same
like,
time.
Hey, what's up,
In
dude?
middle school, he broke his leg doing some dumb shit, I guess. 9th grade, he broke his leg doing some dumb shit. I think 10th grade was the worst, because that's when he was doing the wheelie on a fixie, and since the fixed geared, like, it keeps going forward. I don't know what happened, but his leg, like
You got
it bent the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
He tore his ACL. That's like the worst that
the
he ever fucked up his
meniscus.
leg.
Oh god.
And like it was like his worst injury. He's had surgery. His leg's still not even like.
Yeah.
The
poor
funniest,
guy.
the funniest thing is when I went with him because he had to go get his hospital records, and then he's just like, "Oh, just wait in the car. I'll be back. It shouldn't take long." I was like, "Alright, cool." Wait. He comes back. It's like, check it out. I was like, fucking thick ass tag, and then he's going through. He goes ACL, like calf, ankle, and I'm just like, "Did you hurt anything but your fucking leg?" He goes, "No, these are literally all leg injuries."
The same leg.
all the same leg, like, and it's thick, dude. Like, it was a thick ass pack of all the injuries he's had.
Fucking Dante. I
That
love that man.
sucks.
That's
You know,
what,
that sucks because it's like they always say the taller you are, same with dogs, the more injuries for your legs.
like that reminds me of the comeback movie. Like, I know it's a horrible movie, but he's like the guy's name is ACL tear. So every time he says it, he fucks up his leg. I feel like that's Dante. Like, anyone says his name, and it's
One
just
time
like,
Dante had Herbert on his shoulders. He jumped off the sidewalk. That's like like a 5-inch drop, like less. And he was like, "Ah!" He fucking hurt his leg. He's like, "You guys gotta take me to the fucking hospital."
Dante, don't hate us. I'm sorry.
Dante's the fucking funniest fucking guy. Fucking
He's a fucking shaman, dude. That's
Shaman.
every time
I got
see
this
him,
LSD, man.
Oh, bro, let's go do some shrooms, dude. I'm like, oh.
His future fucking employers are gonna be listening to this.
Sir, what is this?
Sir, are you a shaman for real?
Like, here you can take me on a trip.
Dante's gonna be that fucking dude from Grandma's Boy, the boss, who's like, he's a shaman. And then he's like, "Dude, this guy stoned as hell. Where do you get your weed from?" And he goes, "From you, man." He goes, "Oh yeah, what's up, dude?"
That guy's name's Dante.
The weed dealer. But I'm talking about like the boss. He's like all spiritual, but he like smokes.
I
weed
had a
constantly.
dream.
Yeah, that a snake.
Yeah.
And I curled up to the elk.
And I turned into a dove. And I collided with the ocean. And that meant great things are coming, or some shit like that.
Yeah, and then that's when he's like, "Where do you get your weed from?" Dude, he goes, "From you, Dante." And he goes, "Oh yeah, hey, what's up, man?"
No,
Oh, no, go ahead.
what do you guys have you seen the Dave Chappelle special?
No.
Not yet.
I think that should be a topic for next week. Like,
It's on
we should
Netflix
all,
already.
Yeah,
I saw it. All I'll say is that shit is fun.
I say we all watch it.
It's hilarious. Dave Chappelle's
Yeah, he's
one
the
of my
best.
favorite. Always one of my favorites.
What's your favorite skit?
He's
Oh,
consistent.
damn.
Dude's night out.
Man, that's the one, but I
that
think
one.
you know what my favorite skit had to be. Oh, it's so tough because the one I'm thinking back to is a player haters ball.
Yeah.
That shit in my
Classic.
mind is just coming back right now.
That's classic.
Hey, you know, you can't be talking shit about anybody over here because one of them might be your great granddaddy. Man, shut the fuck up.
He looks all
No, the what's his name? She looks like she wears the.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell looks like she wears underwear with dick holes in them.
They all broke character. They all couldn't handle that. Fuck.
Yeah, they all just broke character. That shit was funny. They look like gay little Richie.
or when the Osama bin Laden would go, that looked like the motherfuckers that just put my gas.
Hello, Urada.
Like,
Oh yeah, hurrah rah rah.
so nasty. That number one bitch or some shit like that.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the player haters ball. Yeah,
And
that
then
was a
fucking
good-ass
Ice
skit.
T's dumbass. Next motherfucker to talk while I'm talking. Getting shot.
You look like a bootleg Ice Tea.
That was a great
I'm the
skit.
biggest hater. Me. No.
And of course, the Tyrone Biggums.
Oh dude.
The first one of and that kid's.
It's the first time
I sucked up for crack. They're like, no, stop it.
and it won't be the last.
What did he say? And that is dog food. Tastes like.
No, he says, you know what dog food tastes like? Exactly how it smells. Delicious.
All the kids are just scared and shit. Dude, that dude's a genius. Comic genius.
I like his Wu-Tang skits, like when the Wu-Tang Financial, and then it's Inspector Deck. You gotta diversify your bombs, and then they're just like protect
white people.
Yeah, Wu-Tang, and he's like protect your fucking neck.
All I'll say is that go watch the special if you haven't. It's really fun.
And last one, the fucking what is it? The race draft.
Yeah, the racial.
The race draft. Fuck that one. When Tiger Woods finally gets drafted into the Black Society, and he goes, "I've always wanted to say this for shizzle."
Yeah, hello fried chicken.
You ever seen Dave Chappelle, sir?
Yeah, not these new specials though.
What do you remember from him?
I remember him talking about white people's take on politics. When white people talk about politics.
Do you remember it? What does he say? Not really.
No, not really.
I think the best skit ever is the Rick James.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
That's what we're doing.
Or, no, the better one is when Rick James fights Charlie Murphy. It's like, I kicked him right in his
It's the
chest.
same skit.
No, but isn't it like two separate ones? No, it's not one.
one. The
I
other one's
love-
Prince.
Yeah, no, I love that one because when he kicks him, he's like, wow! He breaks the mirror.
Remember I saw that when it premiered on Fox? Fuck, me and my cousin could not stop laughing, bro.
Bro, first time I saw that shit, I couldn't stop laughing either.
Charlie Murphy! And he punches
Saw that
him.
shit at 11 p.m. on Saturday night. Fuck, dude, that was the greatest moment in television history where he kicks him.
Wow!
Those good hearty laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You laugh for like at least 10 minutes non-stop. Hey, when you're with someone else and you look at each other and you just
It
laugh
makes it
more.
worse.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude. Or even like my favorite, the Prince one. It's like, they were doing plays I've never even heard of. Let's run a play. Computer blue. Ow!
Shoot the J.
Yeah, and he's like, so what'd you guys do after the game? After everything was said and done, we went inside for pancakes. It was a good game, Prince. I wish I could say the same. Bitch.
And Prince came out and he was like, it's not that I was really good, it's just that he was really bad.
Prince is a cool dude.
Good. Good.
Rest in peace, Prince.
Dude, the greatest. Honestly.
Rest in peace.
It's my dude.
Hey, so Serge, you're from right now. You're in New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire. It's basically Hanover, New Hampshire is 4 minutes from Vermont. It's
Okay.
essentially at the border, but yeah, in the good old New Hampshire. You know what I like about the state?
Yeah.
Their license plate. You know how every state has something that goes along with it, like a little comment, say for California, because we suck in that department. But Vermont has the Green Mountain State, and dramatic as New Hampshire has live free or die.
Dang.
Live free or die.
New
Yeah.
Hampshire. I never. That's crazy. I don't know anything about it. Like New Hampshire, other than what's their football team?
I don't think that. New Hampshire doesn't have a team.
They don't have a team. I thought they had a team. See, I don't know shit about.
There you
New
go.
Hampshire.
That's how irrelevant they are.
Yeah.
But tell them the reason why you're going from New Hampshire to Vermont.
Oh yeah, so I matriculated over at Middlebury College and doing an engineering program with Dartmouth. So I do 3 years at Middlebury, 2 at Dartmouth, and I'm just starting my first at Dartmouth. Finished my first term there. Was fun, much tougher academically,
Yeah.
rigorous than Middlebury. It's kind of cool because over at Middlebury we have 12-week terms, so we have a nice break in between, like a 1-week break at the center of each term. They don't have that at Dartmouth, so it's just a straight sprint of 10 weeks.
God dang.
Yeah.
Sounds hard.
Does it like your brain? Does it some days just kind of like
Fry on you?
Yeah, like is it too much sometimes?
You know, you get really tired mentally. You won't do anything and you'll just be tired because you're thinking so goddamn much sometimes. But more often than not, you get through it with coffee.
Coffee.
That becomes the law of the land in college. Coffee.
What's your favorite coffee?
Black. What do you mean?
Black.
Are you kidding
Straight
me?
black.
We need it for the wire, not for the taste.
Yeah, that's right. You get that? I like to always get like an extra shot of espresso on top of whatever
Jesus.
they give me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So,
Hey man, see that or cocaine. But you can't do that every day. So,
cocaine runs out after 45 minutes though, so
Yeah.
just buy a coffee.
Yeah.
Carlos, why do you know that?
It's good to know things.
It's a good fact.
Do you have like days where you just like, where do you have stressful days where you just like, fuck, like I can't do this? Do you have those days?
Dude, sometimes that comes and it's a really shitty feeling. It came to me once when I was writing my one paper for political theory. She gave us like 6 prompts and you choose your own. I chose, I'm gonna compare the relationship between the individual and the community, comparing Karl Marx, John Stuart Mill, communist, classical liberal. And I was getting through it. It wasn't that big of a paper. It was only 7 pages, very, very modest. And yeah, when in the throes of the writing process, you hit writer's block, and it's like, damn, this is due in 2 days. I gotta work on my problem set. I gotta study for an exam, and the weight of it all sort of comes under you sometimes. So you just gotta step back sometimes and collect yourself and go back at it.
You say it's worse since you're far from home?
That might make it better because it gives me less distractions. It lets me immerse myself totally in college life, and I don't have like family lingering at the back of my mind. If I were like at home, like when I'm home, I'm constantly texting and talking to family members, setting things up, hanging out with them. And over in college, you don't have that, obviously, since you're living on campus. And as heartless as it might sound, you need that because it allows you to fully focus,
Yeah, that's the like the safety net theory. Where when you're like, it's like say you live at home, parents or whatever case may be, you have a safety net, so you're not really thinking too much about shit other than maybe I need to pay these bills with my parents or whatever. But then, like, say a lot of people when their parents die, and then shit hits the fan, the safety net's gone. So now it's like, here, motherfucker, now you're in the real world. No one's gonna look after you now. You're by yourself now. And it's like, oh shit, now I gotta focus and really focus. So I think that's actually that's one of the best ways of success.
Yeah, and I think college in general does a good job of accomplishing that without having without having all of that happen.
Yeah.
What's your favorite experience from college right now? Like,
so far, learning how to ski up there with some of my friends. That was a really good time.
The
French fry?
French fry and pizza, you know it.
You're gonna have a bad time.
That got me down the mountain.
But because he was sending us pictures, and dude, I was about to throw in a lisp. The snow out there, dude, is fucking thick,
like Carlos thick.
Thick, like Carlos's ass cheeks thick. Give it a good smack.
You took it too far.
No.
That's fine. That's Sergio's comment.
I like how you even did that.
Yeah, and then you ruined it.
It's okay. But
I didn't know my dad was here.
My dad always talking about your
your ass.
So I was ruining my life. Carlos, your ass is too fat.
Damn it, Dad. No, Dan, that's good to hear, man. So you're enjoying everything out there so far?
Yeah, it's pretty tight. Also, I met some pretty radical people over at Dartmouth as compared to Middlebury. As far as, like, because culturally, colleges are bubbles.
Yeah.
Do tell.
You
Safe space?
Yeah, exactly. You got the whole liberal, not liberal, sorry, you have the leftist sort of ideology mindset has a hold over universities nowadays. Right. And it's not so much at Dartmouth's campus. Dartmouth is one of the more like conservative campuses, and I ran into some of the most conservative people I've ever met there. And it's kind of insane because there's none of them over at Middlebury. And if they are, they're totally under wraps.
Oh. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I don't even think about that, but like, cause when you're just living day to day like this, and fucking Linwood, Compton, and stuff like that, it's just you work, and you're around, like the same people around our bubble. Cause this is a bubble too.
Yeah.
So when you get out of this,
bubble.
Yeah, you get out of here and you start talking. It's different.
Yeah, it's a different world out there.
It's a different world. There's people that just like they'll be appalled of like tattoos and shit. They're kind of like, what?
Yeah, like
I'm very conservative.
like basically, if you went to college looking like you did back in high school with all the hardcore shirts, I'm pretty sure you showed up here with like, holy fuck. And then they find out you're into engineering, they'll be like, wait, hold on, what? Like,
Big pause.
yeah, like this don't make sense.
That's cool though, because then you get to kind of break the mold. You know, it's the old rolls out of the concrete. That Tupac poem. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, no, definitely you get to expand your horizons.
Sergio is that rose coming out of the concrete, boys. When Sergio makes it big, he's buying all of us condoms. His words.
I don't use condoms.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's good to hear, man. We're glad you made it onto the podcast today.
Hey man, stay safe.
Glad I'm here.
Yeah, you gotta wrap it,
Wrap
Carlos.
yourself up, Carlos.
Wrap your willy. Don't be silly. Or is it the other way around?
No,
Don't be silly. Wrap your willy.
But yeah, let's move on to the next topic.
Well, I'm having a great time hearing about something I've never been through.
Go ahead, sir.
Because it's so
asking
crazy.
questions.
Because Junior is always like, fucking Sergio this, Sergio that. I'm like, fuck, he likes to learn. Fuck all that shit.
Oh, I thought you were going in a positive view with
It
that.
is a positive view. Because it's like, I'm not, I wasn't made for that.
Yeah.
Like, people are made for, because college isn't for everybody. College is for the people who want to.
Yeah, school's not for everybody. It's
But
true.
you've got it locked, bro. Like,
I think it has a lot to do with personality and sort of a lot of different, things that come into it. But I took a personality test and they give you like your top 5 traits, right? And those top 5 traits are even in a hierarchy. And the number 1 at the top of mine was learner. I love to learn. Essentially, that's my
nice.
number 1 trait.
Because
So it makes sense that I'm there.
Yeah.
Well, the thing, everybody likes to learn, but you got it you got it for school. Because I can fucking, you can dedicate time to learn fucking something about engineering and just sit there for like 4 or 5 hours learning about that. I can sit my ass down and fucking learn how to play the guitar for 4 or 5 hours, but
Very true.
you
True.
won't catch me like, yes, fucking
Mozart.
this fucking this shit works like this,
Yeah.
and that's that's wild. I don't know.
Different people's brains work for different things.
Yeah. Obviously, people are wired differently.
I have a question. Is there any fear of for instance, I didn't go to college, but I did go to what's it called? Like a
Community college?
not a community college, like a
Oh.
specialty school where you just
Oh,
learn-
technical. Trade
Yeah.
school.
So I went on one of those to be a medical assistant because I was like, well, I don't know what else to do. I'll just go there because I didn't want to go to college because the whole debt thing, and that's kind of like what held me back from there. Because I was like, man, I'm seeing all my friends going, and half of them are dropping out. The other half, got their degree in whatever they're doing, and they're like stuck, just working like fast food or stuff. And these are guys who went for doing crazy shit. And I'm like, fuck, I could never put my mind to that. So like even with me, I went for being a medical assistant, and I was good. Like in high school, I was like a straight C student, but when I went here, I was like I actually wanted to learn. Nothing but A's and B pluses, and I was like, wow. But since I don't speak Spanish and I live in LA, it's hard to find a job or whatever. So it's like, I'm
Sorry, you're qualified to be a medical assistant?
yeah, I know.
So sick.
I have HIPAA certificate, OSHA certificate, CPR certificate, medical assistant certification.
CPR
Wow.
boys.
Just learn Spanish, bro. I mean,
I can't.
No,
It's
you can.
hard.
Yeah, well, it's. Damn.
Sí, es
Take
difícil,
the-
pero debes que aprender.
Oh my god, don't do this to me.
I'm
You
just saying you
you
should
gotta do
learn.
baby steps. I mean, like just how you said, you took the classes to learn. You just, just gotta motivate. Like how you're saying, it's kind of like you gotta motivate yourself to take classes. Even if it takes, it may not take like a year or so. It might take longer, but
It's hard. My family's trying to teach me all my life. Kim's trying to teach me. I'll learn for a day, and then the next day,
Oh, dude.
it's out.
I got you. I'm gonna send you to go work with my uncle roofing.
On my
Bro.
job,
You
all
learn
you
on the
know-
job.
Spanish
all my
on the
jobs,
job.
nothing but Mexicans, and I somehow communicate with them. They're like,
Yeah, dude.
I got it.
Thumbs up. Thumbs
Don't
up.
worry about it.
But do you at least understand it or no?
Kinda like if Nelson were to tell me something in Spanish and he's pointing at all the cans, I'm gonna know he's trying to say like, get these fucking cans out of here. You know. But yeah, I'm in a way I'm happy I didn't go to college because if I would have, my cousin went for the same thing and she's in debt like 70,000 something like that.
Yeah. You see, it's different with him because him, you know, he was doing all these.
Time out. Finish your thought because I just cut you off.
What was I saying?
You were talking about.
You initially had the question.
Yeah, he didn't ask the question.
Yeah, is there any fear like if it's all gonna pay off in the end? Because that was my huge fear.
Yeah, definitely. Well, of course, I think every single college student has that fear, definitely. But wherever there's fear, there's hope. And I think the best thing we can do for ourselves is attach ambition to that hope.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. I tried for like an internship this summer and I didn't get anything. But thankfully, I got the application passed to go to Dartmouth. So I was at Dartmouth for the summer. So I'm gonna have to try again this summer. And hopefully now I can use Dartmouth's alumni network to try and get something. Talk to some of my friends, see if they can recommend me to places they've worked, because they've worked at engineering firms. It's really just trying to play all your cards to make your hopes come true instead of, you know, in an attempt to prevent our fears from coming true.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely there, and all I can do is try my best to make it not happen.
How old are you?
20.
20? Dude, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
you gotta
You're gonna make it,
keep
dude.
doing what
You're
you
gonna-
know.
Yeah, you're gonna make it, dude.
20 years old
As long
now.
as you got your head on straight, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, like the dude's 20 years old, got a scholarship, full paid ride, not one but 2 Ivy League schools. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Boy, it's fun.
that's-
When's a
2.
little Ivy? They call it a little Ivy.
It's still Ivy League,
Nice.
but
good, though, dude.
I've never been more proud of this dude. You know, it
Thank
took him a while.
Oh
It did take him a while to come around, but
20 still
He's
young.
20. What
No,
are you talking
no,
about?
you're
This is
no.
Yeah.
Wait,
What-
Yeah, 20 I was
No,
over here being like,
motherfucker.
20 I was trying to
be a
finger
fucking
Look,
world
look,
champ.
No, okay. What I'm saying is, how Carlos was saying, school's not for everybody, and for him, school wasn't always for him either.
Yeah.
Middle school, he didn't give a shit. But then again, you know, okay, hold on.
What the fuck does
Can you-
middle school have to
can
do
you
with
wait?
anything?
Dude, school is
Oh
just
my
a
God.
system to teach you, to throw you to the workforce.
All right, but hold on.
And then,
Yeah,
there's-
man.
Man,
Yeah,
you guys are
dude.
talking about cutting people off, and y'all don't even let me finish my
You
thought.
say some dumb
She's
shit.
so dumb.
No,
He didn't care about middle school. Motherfucker,
No.
no one cared about middle
That's
school.
for real.
No, I know that.
School can suck
No,
my
because
dick.
what I'm saying is like he had no motivation, and I know that it's middle school. No one cares about it. That's what I was trying to say. You guys didn't even let me finish. But it was the same thing when he first started high school, and it wasn't until he got into engineering that's when
In
he
what
Yeah.
grade?
9th grade.
Oh.
Well, no, actually, no. Was it 9th or 10th?
Yeah, it was 9th grade. That was
But-
my first
Yeah,
elective.
You found it early, which
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
But yeah, you know, he just got to talking to people. He was able to make relationships, especially with Mungia. Mungia helped him out a lot, and he was able to move up from there.
Y'all know good old Mongia.
Fuck him.
Literally, everyone hates him, but Sergio fucking loves him.
All the engineering kids have a little bit of a soft spot for him, but we all kind of shoot on him too.
But yeah,
I couldn't do it, bro. I was in this class for so long, and I was trying. I was like, man, he's all right. And one day he said something, and I was like,
fuck this guy.
hey, I forgot who my fucking counselor was. I was like, you switch me? I was like,
That
all right,
fast?
all right, thanks.
Mungia's,
He was when we were there. He was doing algebra 1.
does he have a twin?
No,
No, that's Mejia.
Oh,
Mejia.
Mejia, the
Alright.
Mejia brothers.
Because they're fraternity brothers. Oh my god.
Wait,
Fuck
really?
Mejia.
Yeah.
Over at
At Irvine. You see Irvine?
Oh,
My
okay.
oldest brother graduated from
All
there.
I gotta say is fuck Mejia.
I think the Mejias are the cool ones.
Fuck
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Junior's gonna say some story, and he's gonna be the bad guy.
All right,
Again.
all right. Here we go. I want you
Which
guys.
Mejia?
He was doing geometry
The
Mejia.
cool one.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm in the back sitting, right? All his little avid students in the front. I'm not gonna lie, I did talk a lot. But that day, that specific day, I was just sitting there. I was tired as fuck. I didn't want to do shit. I was just quiet. And all the avid kids in the front talking shit, yelling. First thing he does, turns around and he goes, "Shut the hell up, Alejandro!" And everybody's like, "Yo, he didn't even talk." And he's like, they're like, "It was that dude in the front." And I'm in the back like this, like, "What the fuck did I do?" And he's just like, "You just gotta stop talking." I was like, "I'm not even talking." Like,
can you blame him though? You admitted to.
Did you make a face?
No, I didn't, dude. My head was down. My fucking head was down that day. Like legit, my head was down and everything. And then that's why everyone in the back was triggered because you can't even hear one of like the cholo kids go, "What the fuck?" Like he did that. So when I even when I heard that, I was like, "Damn, that's how you know this fool fucked up." Because the cholo kids never give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah, cholo kids are the funniest.
Yeah,
they would be in middle school. "Hey, fool, you're doing good in class, fool." Keep it up, dog.
Get away
You're
from
like
me.
you're like the one of the smart fools. Me, fool, I'm doing bad.
You're like one of those, you're one of like those rocker fools, huh?
I'm like, bro,
Get the fuck away from me.
no, like you could do it too.
I don't want to.
Exactly.
It's different, man.
You must have done something to that teacher to make him snap. What'd you do?
No, like it was actually more.
Junior was a bad kid.
I believe.
No,
that
okay,
You were quiet
Junior
that
was a
day,
bad
but
kid.
every other day before that.
So here's the thing. I sat next to Nathaniel. I sat next to fucking George. Who was in front of George?
So all of you.
Jorge, George. No, these fools were talking more, but I would talk to Nate from time to time. That's why he'd get mad.
You
Cause
just said you used to talk a lot.
That's why,
Now you
to
switching
Nate.
up your story, homie.
no, I'm.
Where's the consistency?
You know you fucked up, right? No, but I would talk to Nate a lot, and that's what he hated because the shit that I hated though is like me and Nate would be like, "Hey, dude." Like, like talking about it. Sometimes we'd be talking about stupid shit. Sometimes it would work.
Bullshit. You
No.
would bullshit.
I'm serious. But the
Bro,
shit.
they caught you sucking dick.
Alejandro.
No, but what? No, but the one shit that I hated was that like all the fucking the average kids sat in the front. They would do whatever the fuck they want, and then the instant we talked, it was like, "Why are you guys always talking?" I'm like, "What about the dudes in the front that talk every
I
day?"
used to bully the avid kids. Fucking, we had like some whack ass shit because of them. And like they were like my friends, and I'd still be like, "Fuck you, fucking stupid motherfucker! You think you?" Fuck the avid kids, bro.
I hated avid kids so bad.
I loved everybody.
Fuck
Yeah,
the avid
fuck
kids.
avid kids. The
I was
fuck?
one of those like I could go from group to group.
Yeah, same.
I would be like, "Hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
they were still
fool?"
my friends, but
Yeah.
Well, fuck
It was so dudes. It was so cholo dudes.
you know, time
What's
you
up,
know how I
rocker
know
dudes?
Junior was a
Rocker
bad kid.
dudes.
Miss Padilla told me something.
Oh wow.
Padilla didn't like it?
Yeah,
No, Padilla loved me.
Oh, okay.
I can show you the yearbook.
What video?
Yeah, what did Padilla say
one
about
time Padilla, like, she caught me slipping. I don't know where I was going.
Call me
And
slipping.
She goes, "No, but come here." I was like, "What's up?"
What's up?
She's like, "What's up with your friend?" I was like, which one?" It's like, "Well, Padilla." I was like, "I don't know. Why? What do you do?" "Tell him I'm not his friend."
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
But hear me out, because Junior gets a little too comfortable with adults in high school.
I did.
So he'd be like, "Shut the fuck up, Padilla."
Nah,
Padilla.
I never said
I
shut the fuck
believe
up to
that.
her. To her, no.
I believe.
I was disrespectful to a lot of teachers, but she was the
That's
only
what-
teacher I
That's
wasn't.
what she told me.
She said that I said
She
that.
said he called me a dick, and tell him I'm not his friend, and he can't do that. And I was like, yes, ma'am.
Did Carlos ever tell me? No.
I don't want to.
Where'd
That
you
was,
feelings,
like,
bro?
that was like weird, dude. I don't want to tell you that.
Yeah.
I think
that's
the
a little
one
weird.
teacher that actually everyone got along with though, like that got really comfortable was Mr. Aramis, the dude who did the Apex.
He didn't care.
he didn't care about nobody, dude. Like that time I let him wear with a hat, that very provocative hat, and he didn't even care about wearing it.
I just think about why you wear that hat. No, I don't think about everybody was wearing that hat, but I get it because that hat was
Funny.
it was a
It was
cool
what was in.
rapper.
It was
and
in.
Yeah, it was in. He made it, but then I think about it, look back, damn. That was
Yeah,
a
actually-
bold
You still have
statement.
it.
That was a bold statement.
You still have it. You motherfucker.
Oh,
have
you.
that hat. He has
You
it.
got it
Me?
stolen from.
He
I
has
have
that.
that.
Yeah, you have it.
Yikes.
Somewhere, I don't know. I don't
Point is, that was the funniest shit ever because we let him wear it and he didn't care. He wore it the whole class too until the end of the day, and I was like, "Can I get my hat back?"
I like Mr. Durazo.
Durazo, a fucking one, dude. That's my guy.
Durazo?
The
Film.
3D art.
He told me a story about that.
Oh, yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, 3D art, dude. He would let. Actually, I don't want to say this
Why?
because you never know. What if they hear this and they get?
So he
Any
kicked
of you-
sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
He kicked everybody out who was ditching. He's like, everybody who's not in my class, get out.
Half
and
of
then-
the fucking
And then
class.
Hyro's like, man, and he gets up and he's like, Hyro, where are you going? He's like, I'm in your class. Sit down.
Yeah, like, and then he would actually. The funny thing is too, he would back up people that were ditching. Like if you were ditching his class and then security were coming, he'd just be like, pick up a fucking broom, hurry up, go, go, go. And then like he'd pick up a broom and just start brooming them. Like, what is he doing here? He goes, oh, he's in my class, he's cleaning up. And then like he'd be, or in the back where like the what is it, the accumulator was at. And then you had like, you know how you had that one little bench in the back outside, and then you had like 6 kids ditching back there, just sitting back there doing
Yeah.
that thing.
Big chillin'.
Yeah, real big chick. He was cool. That was one of the coolest teachers ever.
Any of you have a Mr. Doll?
No.
That guy he was a big fucking dude. He looked like a football player.
What
And
was
he-
he?
Mr. Dog.
English teacher. And he would always grab his students in a headlock, and he liked picking on me.
What the fuck?
'Cause I was small. And he would go,
Is Samoan?
no, it was a big white guy. He looked like Hitler.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Blonde
God.
Hitler.
He went to her school.
Yeah, he was cool. But every day I had to wrestle him walking into class. He'd be like,
Hey,
hey,
Gilbert."
Gilbert. He'll get me in a headlock, and I'll have to be like, ah, oh, shit.
Gilbert, I
And then I had
think you were
a,
molested.
and then I had to tackle him.
Nah, another cool teacher, Von
That was fun.
Von Bleich, the Spanish 2 teacher. He was half Mexican, half German. He was cool.
He's a little twink.
I felt bad for him though, because like, you know how you have like those like, it's not even me trying to be racist or anything, but like, you know how you have those kids who don't want to learn Spanish, so they say stupid shit instead. Yeah, we had a lot of
You?
those. No, dude, like no, it was more like not trying to be-
Cholitos.
not even cholitos. No, it was like more of the the black students that were just, they didn't give a fuck, so they would just say stupid ass words instead of trying to learn. So it aggravated him.
It's not racist. It's totally what was going on in the LHS.
And I felt bad for him because like
Yeah.
he was really trying to teach him too. He's like, no, you gotta do it like this, like that, and then you just hear, who the fuck cares about this Spanish shit? And then I'd be like, dude, like chill, like it's not that serious. And then like he'd have his days where he'd be like, can you guys just shut the hell up? And then they'd be like, oh my god, oh, and then I'll start laughing, and I just be like, dude, like fuck, come on, man, like you're making this dude's life harder than it is.
That's high school kids though. Like,
No, you know what?
Yeah.
Especially American high school
Yeah.
kids, they have the lowest levels of respect anywhere.
Yeah, I felt
I
bad for a lot of
never-
Look at
teachers.
Junior.
A lot of
American high school kids are
Keep picking up
fucking
Junior.
entitled.
Yeah, I felt bad for a lot of teachers because they're just up there trying to do their job, and you
Yeah.
see them having a mental breakdown in the middle of class. and it's
Especially
like,
middle
ah.
school. Middle school is like, I've
Yeah.
seen teachers have sick fucking breakdowns, dude. Hella breakdown. One teacher, some students stole all her shit from class to the point where she started crying. She started crying because they stole her purse. They stole everything.
Yeah, kids are
And then
Right, too? What the fuck? You steal my
no,
wallet?
well, like, because they would make fun of her every day because she had a really high pitched voice too. So they were making fun of her constantly to the point where the security had to stay in the class the rest of the year.
kids are little assholes, aren't they?
Yeah.
And the shit that sucks is because
Linwood.
they put
Linwood
they
kids,
put
yeah.
all the fucking hood rat kids together, like all the little cholos, all the little cholas, all the delinquents, all in one class. So that's how I was like. Robert was one telling me that happened. He was like, "Yeah, it was my fucking class that made her cry." And I was just like, "Who was in your class?" He goes, "Literally all the fucking delinquents." I was like, "Fuck."
There's a
dude."
reason they do that, because they're all the fucking delinquents.
Yeah.
Well, also that happens usually in remedial classes.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to
You gotta
avoid
let
it.
teachers
All the
take the
smart
rulers
kids
out
and the
again.
smart
Yeah.
kids.
Make an example with
Make
them.
examples.
Get
Yeah, I remember hearing one,
Carlos would be like, "I'm ready."
I remember hearing one story of one kid kept taking out the yarmulke off of one of the teachers.
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Honixfield. And they kept taking off his yarmulke, jacked it, and they were running around with it. And he started crying, and I was like,
Oh.
I remember just feeling bad. I was like, hey man, give it back. Like, that's fucked up.
So what's a yarmulke?
the little thing, the little circle thing.
Oh, the Jew hat.
Dude,
What is it now? The Jew's hat?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
But-
Just the way you said it, though.
No,
it's like, oh, yeah, dude.
but I'm saying like that was fucked up. I remember feeling bad for that dude. Like I felt real bad for him that day.
I felt bad for
I
myself.
felt bad most of the time, but that day I was like, damn, it made me a grown ass man crying. Like,
Imagine taking Ben Shapiro's
but I'm like, in my head, I remember Trump won, and I just thought in my head he was probably gonna be bro.
The yarmulke guy?
Fuck these kids.
Yeah, you're
My
probably
yarmulke
right
boy.
about that.
Hey, that shit happens. It's like, hey, yo, any racist person fucked me up back in the day. I'm like, fuck them, man. Just be like,
Another funny thing. My teacher was talking about Mr. Dole. He had a Cowboys banner hanging up. And one of the students was like, "Man, fuck the Cowboys. They suck." And Mr. Dole just goes, "What'd you say?" And he just stood up and he got the kid in a headlock. And then he tackled him on the floor like that. I was like, "Whoa!"
How the fuck was that teacher not sued? Like, at all?
'cause that's the cool teacher.
Yeah, it was.
That was the coolest fucking teacher right there.
What did you say?
It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I would go in class like, "He's not gonna get me this time." Ooh, duck.
You would give him steroids.
Fuck, dude, that's
Oh yeah, he'll give you pink belly too. That's why I got you in the headlock. He'll go, bam.
Hey, some kids need physical shit done to them. Man.
You know,
Hey,
you know,
I never see no kids fucking them.
Yeah, right?
you know, you know what was the most fucked
He
up
was just
situation?
waiting. He wasn't even on his computer. He was just sitting, pretending, waiting for someone to say
He
something.
would be like that. When you enter his class, he'll stand at the door and he was like
He has
looking
the
down at you, just waiting for
Like a bull. Just,
like who the fuck am I gonna get today?
Cardboard cutout, so you think he's on the other side of the class. He's like, oh, thank God he's not by the door today.
He's standing on the desk like with his like his
Spider-Man
Spider-Man position. One of you motherfuckers gonna get it.
He
Oh,
was a big
shit.
dude.
Fucking luchador style, just like off the
Mr.
top
Doll.
row.
He was a big dude. He looked like fucking a Gears of War character.
Damn, no.
Like fucking thick
Build
neck
that shit.
and fucking.
I don't know.
So would you
Yeah.
say he was a Chad?
He was definitely,
Straight
Did he
chat,
wear,
bro.
did he wear
he was
collar
definite-
shirts?
he was definitely a Chad.
You know what was the most fucked up thing that happened to me was the day Dante fucking... So you guys already know the whole nickname to my last name.
Bob on dildos? Bob for dildos.
There we go.
Yeah.
So when Dante knew that
Stupid.
one, we're in Padilla's class. Padilla's asking me a question, and I'm trying to answer it, but like, you know, I'm thinking of the answer, and then here it comes. Yeah, you were, yeah. Nelson was the one that laughed the loudest that day. Because Nelson, this was Nelson. Nelson's feet on the desk, laid back, and then you just hear Dante go, hurry the fuck up, ball for dildos. And then here comes Nelson. Ah! And he just starts laughing loud as fuck. And then the typical, the typical black kid in the back. Oh my god, he just said ball for dildos. And then everyone's laughing, and I'm just right there like damn, like I'm really gonna have to live with this
Gotta
shit.
bring a gun tomorrow.
Dude,
no one calls you that.
Literally every day in class I'd walk
Okay,
in.
that class.
I'm gonna tell you guys what happened the next day. Junior walks me to his house and he's like, "Hey, let me show you my garage." And I was like, "All right, dude, this is weird. What's he gonna do?" He's like, "This is my AR-15."
Get ready, Nelson.
I was like, "All right, I'm not calling you that no more. You got it, Junior.
You got it, bro.
Don't go to school tomorrow.
And it was, you could tell Padilla felt so sorry for me because she was in the back and she was just like,
She wanted to laugh.
like, yeah. You could tell she wanted to laugh, but at the same time she was just like, fuck. And she looks at Dante, she goes, what? It like, I can hear it. As she goes, why the fuck would you say that? like that. And I was just like, fuck, dude, like that fucking sucks for me.
Miss Padilla was cool. She used to let us clown at each other.
Yeah.
She, like,
She didn't
let
give
it
a
happen.
fuck, dude.
She used to make fun of you for being short.
Yeah, I used to call her.
She used to clown on everybody.
Amazon.
Amazon. I'm like, excuse me, Amazon. And
Because she
just
was
looked at
tall.
me.
She was
And
hella
she was in her
tall.
fucking Doc Martens.
Yeah, right. She used to be like, we used to hang out at graves in the night.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Like smoking
Cigarettes.
like, no stress.
Yes,
Oh
right.
my god.
Like, I used to have headaches.
Well, yeah, you're smoking fucking stress. You're gonna get a sick ass head.
No AZ.
Or, well, I don't know what that shit
AZ.
is,
He was like, that's all we had. So
But dude, that had to be the coolest teacher.
What you smoking on back in the day, man? This shit that was smoking on.
remember when she pulled out her high school picture?
Oh,
She's like, wasn't I so cute, Nelson?
Oh, shit. I didn't know what to say.
What'd you say?
I didn't know what to say because I always thought she was cool and like, you know, I now that I'm older,
Why are you so nervous, bro?
Yeah. It's a simple question.
I know, like,
It's a simple question, Nelson.
That's because now that I'm older, it would have been more of like, oh yeah, you're cute. But as like I reverted back
As a
to
kid,
high school,
yeah.
and like in high school, yeah, it was just weird because I didn't know what to say to her.
Keep in mind, you guys gotta keep in mind, like Nelson in high school was like, he was the Mac Daddy. Like
You were 50-50.
Yeah, like he would try. You can tell he tried his best. Like he was like, hey, "What's up, girl?" You know what I mean?
No.
So that's probably why that's why she probably went up and was like, "Nelson, you look cute, right?"
Don't go there.
She was hoping Nelson was gonna get that
sus.
50.
You were that awkward bad boy.
Yeah,
You were awkward, but when you did
when you hit,
spit game,
it was hard.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
did
hard
Russian
game.
in high school. Hey.
who listens to this that doesn't know that? Your mom?
Yeah, no, but yeah, I remember that she had told me that, and I felt like I didn't know what to say.
She's like, wasn't I so cute, Nelson?
I stayed all quiet, like. So yeah, about this paper, I did that.
Yeah.
I think it's worse when like everybody's like, "Oh my god, you were so cute." It's just like, what happened? Like,
That's so annoying.
yeah,
Bitch, I got
like,
old.
That's like what it implies. Because I remember like all the girls that were like, "Oh my god, Miss McGee, you're so cute." It was like, word. Like,
I know who.
He was dicks.
I know who Nelson thought was cute.
Me.
Bienvenue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, she was a bad chick.
Look at him. He's
I
like,
had him for the class. And every time his family talk, that's
Hey, she used to she would like flirt with me.
You know
Nah,
you know who
but for real, yeah, she was a pretty lady.
you know who everybody had a thing for? Who was
Zavis.
that? Yep. You say everyone.
Savage,
And
yeah.
the one thing that made me laugh is that one time she brought a picture of like her younger self in a bikini, left it on her desk, and then I remember her turning it, like she was turning it a little, and then one of the dudes goes, "Damn!" like loud as fuck, and I was, and then even I was like, "What? Like what the fuck just happened?"
Yellow
and like,
bikini.
and then I just remember everybody always walking out. Damn, she was looking fine today, and I'm just feel like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Miss Abish was
She was the economy teacher.
economy, right? The one that got separated you and
yeah.
Dude,
She what?
She
separated
did so
Dante
no.
and Carlos.
Yeah, she separated me. It was all of us.
Oh, yeah,
it
it
was
was.
Ricky, you, Michelle, the white one,
The white one.
and Dante, and then she moved us all like in like corners of
Far
the
as
room.
fuck.
And then Michelle looks up at me. She laughs, and then I laugh, and she's like, "What are you laughing at?"
Oh yeah.
I didn't even see her or hear like where she was.
Dude, she's
And
silent.
I just hear, "What are you laughing at? Why are you always laughing? Stop laughing! I'm gonna kick you out."
What
Like,
was she
I'm
like?
sorry.
Italian?
Yeah. No, but the funny thing, one funny
She was
thing
hot.
that she
She
did to
was.
somebody, but this dude was an idiot. So we're taking finals, and she was strict about it. She said, you know, if you get caught cheating, you're fucked. Like, I don't care if you're senior, you're failing, you're fucked. So this dude pocket answers, you know, he had the little pocket shit. So, like, he didn't notice. Like, this was stupid. Like, he sat right next to her desk, so he would do this. He was doing that, and then he didn't notice that she got up off the chair, and everybody's fucking staring. As she got up the chair, she goes, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Huh? There was a bug." And then so she's like, "Where? Show me the bug." Oh, he's gone now. And then but this really he didn't tuck that shit all the way in, so it was still sticking out. So she's looking. She goes, "What's this?" And she pulls it out of his pocket. He goes, "Oh, I don't know. That's not mine." Pulling it out of his pocket, and she goes, "This is a cheat sheet." And he's like, "It's not mine, you know."
Oh.
And she was just like, "Get out! Like you're done." And the shit that sucks is that this fool was a football player too. He was with the twins. He was one of the twins.
Did he
Damn.
graduate?
Yeah, I think he had to take the class, or I think he went back and like had to like beg her to be like, "Hey, dude,
Yo,
retake it."
that shit happened to me. Because if you remember, I got caught cheating in class.
Really?
Yeah. I had a paper in my pocket, and I was like doing the test, and I was like, "She's not gonna catch me." I was fucking dumb. And I had the paper, and then all you can hear is. I was like, fuck. And I was like, you know what? I was like, no, I'm gonna just take my chances. And I remember, like, I was like, I'm gonna just take my chances. And right when I said that, she goes, "What do you have in your pocket?" And I was like, "Oh, it's, nothing." And she's like, "Let me see." I was like, "Oh, I'm just grabbing from my napkins." Luckily, I had a napkin on me. But she goes, "Let me see." And I was like, "Oh, here. Oh, these are answers to the test. Get out the class." I was like, fuck. and I was like, just
Almost.
like I was like, fuck, man, I can't
You
do
guys
it.
don't know how to cheat.
I didn't know what
For
to
real.
do, and then all of a sudden, I was like all sad and shit. And then I went to the next period class, which was Miss Garcia, who I guess they were cool with each other. And I told Miss Garcia everything, and she was like, "Don't worry, honey, I'll help you out." She called Miss Abbas. They talked to each other, and they were like, "All right, you can take the test again." And I was like, "Cool," but I was just getting lucky, like, "Oh shit, like fuck."
You
I
would have
told
put
her.
the cheat sheet on your binder, and honestly open
You
it up.
can't. No, with her,
Couldn't.
you couldn't. Everything had to go under your desk.
You had to have nothing,
Nothing.
on you.
It was
and
an empty
she was
desk.
like, she was good at
All the
her
teachers,
job.
yeah, all the teachers we had, especially Abbas, like she made sure your ass was not cheating. She
No,
she
Miss
took all,
Abbas let
she
me
took
cheat.
all the fucking textbooks off.
She let
She
you
liked
cheat?
me. Miss Abbas liked me. She let me.
Yeah, she
The
didn't like
coolest shit I ever seen someone do cheating wise was this dude named Joel. I'm pretty sure you guys know him. He's friends with Albert. So this was I had that for an anatomy. You guys fucking know anatomy's hard as fuck because all the tests were you got to name the bones and you know you had to do it off the top of your head. So what this would do is we were able to keep the textbooks, but not like you weren't able to keep anything else. So what this would do is he would put the textbooks, he would layer them like stairs, and he would tuck the sheet like in between. So what he would do is like he'd move one of the textbooks so that she would slide out, and then when she would come, he'd be like slowly push it so you couldn't see. I was like, I was so amazed by that, dude. I was like, holy shit, like that's some next level shit right there.
Huh. To be honest, dude, I phased out.
I like how he said, "Come." He was
I
like,
heard
"Come."
stairs and my brain just kind of like.
You guys look like you're paying attention.
Yeah, you guys are like all looking at me.
For a moment, I just started like I went to my whole head. I'm sorry,
Stairs.
Jimmy. I'm sorry. Stairs get me to heaven.
Guess it's time to wrap it up. Unreal.
Wrap it
I still don't have my bond me. That's all I really want today.
Take
Wow.
it away for us, Sergio. Let us know what you have planned for your semester. Say bye to everybody.
Tell us what you got going on in your life.
Yeah,
You got mic 1, mic 2.
go ahead.
Okay, what I got going on in my life? Well,
Yeah, hot ones.
Friday we are hitting Raging Waters.
But
which
why?
should be fun.
But why?
Because Raging my Waters. stepbrother from Germany, who we haven't had the pleasure of spending time with before this month, is here now. So we are going to take him over to Raging Waters. It'll be his first time, his friend's first time, my first time, and I think Miguel's as well. So it should be a fun time. And then after that, we are taking him over to a hardcore show, which should be fun because I haven't been there in a quite a
No
while.
Zodiac, baby.
Is your-
Be there, be square. Carlos, you're
Junior?
fucking going.
Good day.
Is gonna have his birthday party.
Oh yeah.
So people remember it's his birthday's coming. up.
Please remember,
And
Gilbert's
just tell him happy birthday.
The-
Wait, so
the
when's
most-
the No Zodiac show?
Friday. The most important person that I wanted to know my birthday apparently didn't remember, even though I told everyone 1,000 times. Gilbert, I'm looking at you.
didn't.
He said it at the last
guilty.
podcast, I'll say that.
He looks so guilty.
But-
he
but
looks guilty.
all I gotta
I'll be
say
honest.
is, this episode will be posted Friday. Parties on Saturday. Hit me up for the details. Even if you don't.
Put the address out, stupid.
Yeah, what the
Now you gotta block that. No, too late.
Party City all
I'm just
day.
gonna bleep it out.
Don't dox yourself,
Already been
stupid.
wrong.
But yeah, so
Shot after shot, shot by shot by shot.
But yeah, so
We get our own stalker.
pull up, guys. Sergio,
So
say
now you
bye.
gotta edit that out.
Say bye, Sergio.
Adios. Bye bye.